Hey y'all, this is kind of like a video from where my last one left off. I want to teach y'all how to bump start a bike. So if your bike is dead, there's a couple way to do it. I'll demonstrate in a bit, but I'll give you the verbal version of it first. So there's three ways that I know how to do it. I'll explain it in a car, and it's basically explain it how to do it in a car, but it's basically the same way you'll do it on the bike. The difference is from using your foot in a sense to transitioning to your hand. Anyways, let's get into it. So why would you want to bump start your bike? The number one thing is a dead battery. I'm just speaking from what I know. Your battery is dead, it's not charging for some reason, or your battery is old and it just did its time, so you need a new battery. So you go to start the bike and you're not getting no power when you hit your ignition. Then you might have a loose connection. So the first thing is a process of elimination, right? If you go to turn your bike on, you're not hearing the fuel pump prime. That could be another issue, but we're not getting into that. We're talking about bumping the bike, getting to bumping the bike. So boom, you turn the ignition on and your fuel pump doesn't prime. You're like, all right, next thing you want to do, check your battery. If you turn your check the battery terminals to see if they're tight, right? Because they could come loose. You're riding from everyday riding, they could come loose. Majority of the time, that's the number one issue. You just need to tighten. Your battery is located under your seat. You just need to tighten the terminals on the battery and you're good, right? Make sure when you're tightening them, you're not touching any other metal to any metal, because you could end up probably hitting something, sparks, blow a fuse, blah blah blah. Second thing you want to do after you check your battery terminal, or first, this could be first or second, it doesn't really matter which order you do it. Number one thing you want to do is check your fuse to see if your fuse is blown. If you don't have enough blown fuses, and if you do have a blown fuse, I got so much shit going on in my head, I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. Check your fuse box, normally also located under your seat unless it's been relocated. Take the seat off. You're riding, you should know how to take your seat off. Check your fuses, make sure none of them are busted, and then bam, fuses are good, battery terminals are tight. Alright, third process of elimination. Alright, let's just say the battery is dead, right? So you turn the ignition on, the fuel pump primes. Next thing you could do, say you hit your ignition, for example, let me show you. Turn your ignition on, look at my ignition flash, make sure your bike is on, of course. See that? You can see the lights up front. My lights are dimmed, right? Also on the dash, the lights are dim on the dash as well. She doesn't want to start, right? My clock is wrong, I gotta change that. That's the number one sign that you got a dead battery. Turn the bike on, fuel pump primed, you try to start it, and the dash flashes. That's the number one thing that you got number one sign that you got a dead battery. Okay, so those are just things you check before you get to bumping the bike, right? Now, first way how you could do it. This was how I was told. My brother taught me in a manual car. I'll give you all the ways. The first ways to do it, two of them are kind of the same, but I don't want to say weird, but the other way of doing it is anyways, one way that you could do it, you want to make sure your bike is in neutral, you want to make sure the key is on, you want to make sure your ignition is on, your kill switch is on, and the bike is in neutral. If you're by yourself, this is harder than if you're with someone. You want to find possibly a slope so you could get like a little run at it, and you could sit on your bike. If you sit on your bike, this is way easier, but I don't sit on my bike because I'm a little special. I push it from the side and then I hop on it, and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna hop on it, or if you're sitting on it, you're in neutral, you're running, the key is on, the kill switch is on. What you're gonna do is you're gonna kick it up in second. So it's already in motion, the bike is already in motion, you kick it up in second, the engine will turn over, you give it a little rev, you pull your clutch in, and you rev it up, right? The bike starts. I'm gonna show y'all all those ways to do it, right? So that's one way to do it. kick it up in second. Make sure it's in neutral. Find a little slope. Run down the slope. Or push it down the slope while you're sitting on it. It's easier to do from sitting on it. And then kick it up in second. And then the bike turns over. You give it a little rev. You pull your clutch in. You give it a little more rev. You could put it back in neutral. And let her get up to temperature if she hasn't been up to temperature, if it's the first time you're doing it. Also, if the bike has been sitting for a while, you might need to do it 2-3 times before it turns over, right? That's just normal. But once you get a little, once it's warmed up, and like now, okay, she's dead. Once she's warmed up, it becomes easier for it to turn over. All right, so that's the first way of doing it. Second gear, make sure she's in neutral. Get a little run on it, right? Hop on it, kick it up in second. Give her a little gas, pull your clutch in, give her a little more gas, come to a stop, put her in neutral, let her get up to temperature, right? That's number one. Alright. The second way to do it is you could do it in first gear as well. And you do it just like you did it previously. Again, if you're by yourself and you could find a slope that's even a little slope like this. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is a little slope right there. And bear in mind, you don't have to be running 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour to be doing this. You just need 3 to 5 miles an hour, right? To get her going, right? Anyways, you're by yourself still. So if you're by yourself, it's easier to do it from the side. Like I said, I'll demonstrate it. You could go first gear. You could run. You could kick it down in first gear. And then she turns over. Give her a little throttle. Right? So she's bubbling. Pull the clutch in. Let her get up to temperature. Right? That's the second way to do it. So first way, make sure she's in neutral. Ignition is on. I got a call, so I gotta continue. So I was saying you could also do it in first gear. So you're pushing the bike, you're running, you hop on it, you kick it down to first. She comes on, you give her some gas, and you pull your clutch and you let her warm up. That's the second way. So first way is neutral. Run with it, kick it up in second. The engine turns over, and give her a little gas, neutral. Let her warm up. Second way is second way is first gear. Kick her out. Second way is first gear. Run with it. Kick it down in first, and then give it some gas. Let her sit. Put it in neutral. Let her sit. Let her warm up. Right. The third way you could do it, which I've done in cars, and I know you could do it on a bike as well, because I've had shout out to Nina, he does this, is you want to kick the bike up in second. So you get some motion, you kick her up in second, and then you pull your clutch in, right? You got your clutch pulled in, and you run with the bike. You'd be on the left side, of course, because I'm on the right side, so this is just a little awkward. But you'd run with the bike in second, and then you'd let your clutch out, or you'd half-mass the clutch out, and for some reason that kicks the engine on. And then of course when you let the clutch out, you give it a little gas. Depending on the speed you're going, you might not need to give it gas, but remember when you let the clutch out, so this might be easier to do if you're sitting on the bike and someone is pushing. When you let the clutch out, if it doesn't start, remember you're now in gear, so the bike will want to drag, right? So you got to pull your clutch back in. So you could run with it, let the clutch out, she starts, you pull the clutch back in, right? And that's how to bump start a bike from my knowledge. So just to reiterate, or just to say over what I just said, 3 ways to do it. Turn your key on, make sure your ignition is on, and then run with the bike or sit on the bike, push it, kick it up in second, give it a little gas after the engine turns over, and pull your clutch and put it in neutral, let her warm up. Second way, run with it, kick it down in first, and she starts up, give her a little gas, put her in neutral, let her warm up. Third way is to put her in second, run with it with the clutch in, let the clutch out, she starts, you pull the clutch in, give it a little gas, put it in a little windy and a little wet in it. Put it in neutral, and of course let her warm up. So with that being said, and I have a dead bike right here, why not demonstrate how I do it? So I'm gonna do it going over yay. Okay, so back to the shenanigans. So bike is on, kill switch is on, she's in neutral, kickstand up, I'm gonna run with her, right, get a little speed, hop on, kick it up in second, give her a little rev, you can hear the, right, she's see, I'm on from the side, right, I'm not over it because I'm by myself. So as you can see, I'll do it again. I run with her from the side like this, and then I hop on it with my foot right here, and then I kick it up in second, right? That's the way I do it. I don't do it in let's see if this brake light works. Woo! She works. I don't do it in first, because first is a lot of compression, and I was told not to do it in first. And then even when I learned how to do it in cars, you always just shift up to second and do it there. Or if you're gonna do it the clutch way, you also do it in second. Majority of people don't do shit at first. Anyway, so practice second gear. And this is universal unless you got an electric motor. So again, I'm running with her, right? Running. What's that say? 7, 8. Hop on, kick up in second. She didn't turn over right there, right? But we could do it again. Oh fuck! Almost fell. Running. Hop on her, kick up. Didn't go again, right? Bloody hell! It's a heavy bike though, but we gonna get some more speed. Oh shit, my shit wasn't on. My kill switch was not on. Just such a fucking rookie move. So I'm here telling y'all what to do, and then I didn't do it. So you gotta make sure your kill switch is on. Because if your kill switch isn't on, then the shit won't start, right? So alright, let me get out of here. Front brake works. I don't want to hurt myself, but if you ever want to practice drifting, this is the perfect time to do it when it's wet, right? Alright, it was nice riding with y'all today. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all stay safe, keep riding, and until next time, y'all know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.